So I was hearing people talk last night at the bowling alley about the stringed pin setters, how USBC is going to be mandatory. Um, when this happens, a lot of people is not going to want to bowl anymore. Ultimately, shutting down bowling alleys as we know it, because a lot of the money that the bowling alleys make comes from leagues and stuff. So it would actually end up hurting them. And look, they're supposed to make it separate from free falling pins, is what I've been hearing. Um, However, to me, string setters is only meant for like arcade bowling and things like that, not not your full blown bowling alley lanes or what have you. Um, they're making adjustments to the string. Supposedly, this would make it easier to pick up challenging splits. I don't see it. This would actually cripple the bowling industry. I already know one string pin setters. They think it's nonsense. And Mars, I appreciate it for like bowling communities. Well, ultimately, this will actually hurt the bowling industry, in my opinion. And it would actually most likely put bowling centers out of business, because a lot of people will not be bowling with string pin setters. Some people just do not like them, and I'm one of them. But if I have to bowl where one's at and I have no choice, then yes. If I can avoid it, more power. Um, you'll most likely find me at that center. Here we are. Got a Mario plush here. Nice looking setup there. Really ain't got a lot to put in there if the vendor shows up today. This one, on the other hand, would need more plush on the one side there. It don't look like anyone's been going for any more than poppers. So So, ultimately, the string setters would actually basically decimate the bowling community as we know it. I mean, they can still tangle up. I mean, supposedly the string setters can actually untangle themselves. But the biggest question I raise to USBC, and I hope they see this video, what if the pin setters get tangled up so bad that that the machines can't untangle themselves? So that's a big question for USBC, and I hope you see it. And I'm going to tell you right now, all I feel like USBC is have to do is crumple the bowling community. That's all they're doing by mandating these string pin setters. And I firmly believe that. Now, people will sit there all day long and say, no, that's not the case. But this is my opinion. So you got a center that's got the A2 setters. When they do these string pin setters, they're going to have to redo a lot of stuff. you're gonna have to redo like your pits, redesign the pits of the lane and things like that. I mean, I'd rather bowl, run up to the end of the lane, and set my pins myself, rather than, having a string do it. Ultimately, the string setters will actually cut back the strike average by 7%, and people did not read further into this article that I seen. Um, so that's where it would ultimately be a big problem. And I personally feel like, then what's going to happen with all the free falling pins? I'm still not done putting pins in my collection that I ain't got full sets of yet. Um, so ultimately, USBC is actually trying to put people out of business with the straight pin setters. So you ask yourself this: is it worth the headache? I don't think it is. But right now, I can tell you within the next bowling season or two, a lot of centers will be seeing stringed pin setters put in. So how they make these stringed pin setters for the pins, they have like a little peg thing that sticks up about yay tall. What they do, they drive it through the top of the pin. So, and that's how they would make, the stringed pin setters. So, and again, this is a mandated thing by the United States Bowling Congress, which ultimately, I'm not a fan of string pin setters, never will. There's nothing that can make me change my mind. So, hopefully, you guys got something out of this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And before I go, I always want to remind you guys that Jesus loves you and have a wonderful day.